Revelio. I'd better keep an eye.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
Revelio.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
The Daedalian keys are back! Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Why would Professor Mole conjure flying keys?
What I heard is that it had something to do with keeping Peeves out of things. But that may or may not be true. He's a poltergeist. I thought they could go almost anywhere.
Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well.
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's in the cabinets.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Revelio.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks...
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Emily promised to help me style my hair. Give her a ribbon and a wand and she can do anything.
Our doors are front. A butterfly destroyed my Wi-Fi last night. How much more? I wonder if I could transfer to Ilvermorny and come back when he's gone.
The chairs in the common room are too comfortable. Closed my eyes for 2 seconds the other day. Woke up 2 hours after charms.
There was a rumour that if you knocked on the barrels in the rhythm of a Christmas carol, you get a present.
Nothing worse than students practicing jinxes on each other in the common room. Can't take a step for fear of having your legs turn to jelly.
If you ask any Hufflepuff, they'll tell you there's a badger in their common room.
I know what you mean.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have a double barrel?
Revelio. 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 Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
May I ask what attracted you to astronomy?
You may. Might I assume from your inquiry that you wonder how anyone may have an interest in astronomy?
Apologies, Professor. I suppose I do wonder about its relevance to us.
I fear such a perspective is far too common among those who do not fully understand all that can be gleaned from the stars. Misperceptions frequently arise due to the confusion of astronomy with astrology, the ridiculousness of which I shall not deign to discuss. To answer your question, it was my dear sister who first sparked my interest in stargazing. The two of us spent countless nights on our rooftop staring at the cosmos. It was one of the only subjects we could study together.
I'm not sure I follow, Professor. Why was that?
My sister is a squib. Clever, hard-working, and generous, but a squib nonetheless. The only non-magical child born to our family in generations, poor thing. Although she manages exceptionally well.
It sounds as if she's a lovely person and accomplished.
She is. And to her credit, while she was once disappointed not to attend Hogwarts, she has excelled in Muggle school. One of the first women, we suspect, to have attended Cambridge, well disguised at the time by our mother as a gentleman scholar. And as astronomy is one subject shared between the Muggle world and ours, she and I have been able to maintain that common interest. We still sneak up to a rooftop now and then to gaze upwards, courtesy of a levitation charm rather than a trellis nowadays.
Thank you for telling me about your sister, Professor.
I was glad to. It is good to be reminded of all that one can accomplish when one embraces who one is. Now off you go. I am sure you've a star chart to review somewhere.
Revelio. There's a Dalian key. I wonder where it might lead me. There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Excellent. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means. Revelio.
Anyone fancy going to the pet?
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for...
Uncle Roland sent his best.
Accio!
After you and his owl.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Hufflepuff house chest.